I could answer that easily. Look to your right and look to your left. You guys are the leadership of the Tea Party movement. What we've been talking about since a year ago, February, what we've been talking about at rallies, what we talk about every Saturday in our radio show is the Tea Party movement. I just want to, quick disclaimer, just to make sure everybody's aware. We are not talking about the Florida Tea Party political party. At the essence of the Tea Party movement is where we the people are standing up. We the people are going to make decisions. Establishment political parties are not going to tell us who our candidates are going to be. And once again, we're dealing with that with the Florida Tea Party, where they are trying to tell us who candidates should be. I just want to make sure everybody understands that we are talking about the Tea Party movement here, not the Florida Tea Party political party. Thank you. Again, we have a leadership crisis in this country, but you guys are the leaders of the Tea Party movement, not establishment political parties. With that aside, speaking of leadership, I want to introduce two gentlemen here. The first one's going to be Jack Oliver. He's from Floridians for Immigration Enforcement. Give it up for Jack Oliver.
The last couple years, I've volunteered with Floridians for Immigration Enforcement. I head up their legislative initiatives in Tallahassee. We've been trying to get legislation passed up there for the last 3 years, and we've worked with Sandy Adams and some other legislators up there. And I'll tell you why illegal immigration exists in the state of Florida. It exists because the state legislature allows it to exist. It exists because the leadership of both houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives up there, has blocked every meaningful piece of legislation put forth by legislators like Sandy Adams. Her bill just made it through the process this year. She's been trying for 3 years to get the process. Her own colleagues, Republican colleagues, blocked the bills, okay? So we need to change that. We can't allow this to continue. And what we need to do is put pressure on the leadership. You know, we're at a crossroads here in Florida, and there's two paths that we can take. We can take the current path that the leadership's taking, which I call the California path. It leads to nowhere other than total financial collapse of the state, and it also leads to loss of employment opportunities for the citizens of that state. We can't take that path. I think a better path is the path that Arizona took, and that's where Florida needs to go. How many people here would like to see a law like Arizona's passed in Florida? There's been a lot of talk about 1070, okay? The 1070 is just a legal, a friend of mine made an analogy. If you've got the water running in the bathtub and you've got the stopper in there and you keep letting the water overflow all over the floor and you just keep mopping it up and you don't turn off the water, you're going to have a flood. Well, that's what's happened here. And, you know, we've just got a flood of illegal aliens that have come into this state. In the last 10 years, we've had 750,000 illegal aliens have come into this state with a wink and a nod from Tallahassee. And it happens because our leaders in Tallahassee no longer represent you and I. They represent the special interest groups that hire these people, and that's got to stop.
That's right.
Now, one of the things that we're going to do this year is we're going to put some pressure on the leadership. And we started up a new project with Floridians for Immigration Enforcement, and it's called FloridiansForLegalLabor.com. And on that, if you go to that website, and here's how you can help. You all just clapped. You said you wanted to have a law like Arizona's passed here. Well, what we have is the Florida Citizens Employment Protection Act. It's the same E-Verify Act that Arizona passed 2 years ago with great success. I don't know if you know that when Arizona passed their E-Verify law, 187,000 illegals have left the state in the last 2 years, have self-deported. if we're really going to address the illegal immigration problem in this state, we have to cut off the job magnet, and that's what this bill does. The Florida Citizens Employment Protection Act. And if you go back to our tent back there, Floridians for Immigration Enforcement, pick up one of these little cards. It has our petition here. When you get on the internet and you click on submit here after your contact information, it immediately sends an email to Senate President Mike Herodopoulos and Speaker of the House Dean Cannon and to Governor Christ, saying that we want this problem stopped, we want E-Verify adopted. Now here's what the petition says. It's very simple. We, the undersigned citizens of Florida, demand full cooperation from our Florida state leadership in eliminating employment opportunities for illegal aliens. We demand that the Florida state legislature enact the proposed Florida Citizens Employment Protection Act. So if you want a law like Arizona has, if you want a meaningful law that's going to shut off the flood, this is the way to do it. Tell leadership we've had enough. Have them get the sponsors. Last year we went with Adam Hasner, the majority leader, and he got behind, he wouldn't go with the total mandatory E-Verify bill, so he says, what other bill will you guys support? I said, we'll support Sandy Adams' Bill 219. He got, this is how leadership, how effective they can be. He got behind 219, cut the committees down from 5 to 2. It went to the floor of the House and it passed 112 to 0.
Woo!
So don't tell me leadership can't make something happen in here. On the Senate side, 1880, Jeff Atwater, who's running for Chief Financial Officer of this state, he put that bill up for, I think, 7 committees. It didn't even make it through the first committee because he blocked it. It's an example of what I'm saying. And now, since illegal immigration is costing the state of Florida $4 billion now, and Jeff Atwater, I think, you know, when you ignore a problem like that, you're a lousy steward of our money.
That's right.
And now he wants to be Chief Financial Officer.
No.
Well, I got a message for him. I'm not voting for you. Now, I can't tell you who to vote for, but anybody that's not a good steward of your money and anybody that doesn't look out for the unemployed 1,200,000 citizens in this Florida, you know, I don't care what office you're running for. If you don't make a pledge to support this kind of bill, then you're not representing your constituents. You're representing a special interest.
You're fired.
So give us a hand. Join us in Tallahassee. And I want you to remember that, you know, citizen activists started this country, and citizen activists are going to fix it. Stay involved.
Woo!